We'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 25th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Gators will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Keys. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They'll move the wide receiver. Give to the back. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Back to pass. Here's a heat. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
The Rebels will punt this one away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Catches it at the 15. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Livingston. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Dances away. On the move, he fires. The quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Give a lot of credit to the defense on this one. They were able to generate a pass rush, force the quarterback to move off of his spot, and that definitely affected his accuracy. That's a big reason why that throw was incomplete.
Got a little space. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Gators getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. To the air, it's Lindsey. Dumps it off in the flats. There he goes. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Wants to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Alexander.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Going to take a shot on 2nd and short. Hauls it in. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Looking to the big tight end. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that was a good effort. That was a good throw, good catch, but he just ran out of real estate. And if I'm a QB, you want to miss outside. You definitely don't want to miss inside, but, man, he didn't miss by much.
Quarterback making checks. And back to the air on 2nd down. This one's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the throw.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line.
And that's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward in the touch pass. Now got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
That's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Here we go. They'll try the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Facing 3rd and long from the 21 and hoping not to settle for a field goal. To the air. It's Lindsey. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's picked off at the goal line. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight?
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to throw, it's Lindsey. Fires to the right. Got his man. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Turning it on. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Caught over the middle. It's Hobbs. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody. Touchdown, Ole Miss. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough thumping in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way Michael James, Kenyon Garner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking to throw on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Daniels. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. At midfield, he's got room. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the left side. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The DBs will back off a bit. Hands it off. Really good pickup on 2nd down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Gators headed quickly to the line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that third down, and now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Lindsey. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on first down. That's it fly. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Brown. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
He's down at the 27. They can stop the clock, and this is a first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Makes the catch. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Give to the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs, and now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wilson. Wide open spaces. Touchdown Gator. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Quick release on the RPO. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Rebels want to move quickly. Motion from the wide receiver.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Back to throw, it's Lindsey. Quarterback just flat missed it, incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Snags it inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a space. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He wants to throw it again. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Brown. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver staring at the quarterback all the way across the field, that time the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Backed up now, here's second and long. The lone back's got it. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
We've reached a break. It's Florida with the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Gators will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in the groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Gets the back moving. Looking to pass. It's Lindsey. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Lee. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Alexander. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
What a big stop for this defense in the second half. Around midfield, you can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. D showing blitz. They might be bluffing. On the run, it's Daniels. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Gators moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, it's 3rd and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on 4th down.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Jackson. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on 1st down and couldn't pull it off.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Lindsey. Got it in the middle, it's Alexander. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the RPO, complete. He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45.
The Bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have one timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
The Rebels in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get in these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And the defense has a big decision to make here. You've got the lead. It's late in the game, 4th quarter, critical 4th down. Are you going to sit back and play safe in coverage, or do you want to get aggressive and get after the quarterback here if you're anticipating pass?
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down. Scanning the field, it's Lindsey. Caught. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Haas. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Running the red zone, it's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Got it behind the line. It's Haas. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the 1st down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make a stop.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Running back looking for the end zone to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. It's Simmons. He steps out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll try to finish it with a score from there. So on 4th down. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that's going to give us a tie ball game. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He caught it. Touchdown, Florida. They strike first in overtime. This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
It just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Leaves it with the back. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. To the ground with the back. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rebels! They got it in the end zone. Now a decision to make with the point after.
First off, really impressed by how physical this guy is still running the ball this late in the game. And now it's decision time. You want to play it safe, kick the extra point, or are you feeling aggressive to go for 2 points?
And I think this is all about how you feel about your defense and how you feel about this game extending. Do I have a chance? Do I have better players? Am I more fatigued? Like, all this has to come into account because you've got a chance right now with one play to win this football game.
Now first down here in the second overtime. From the gun, the running back has it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Pocket breaking down. Right on the money. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Last completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On the move, it's Jackson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Third and long, and they love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. The offense changing the play. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Touchdown, Ole Miss! That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. Snap in the shotgun. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Sends it back in motion. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
The Gators have taken it inside the 20. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. First and goal in overtime, and they have to answer with a touchdown. A first down run in the red zone. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
That is just what you want offensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
Third and goal here in overtime, and they need a touchdown. Wants to fire it in the end zone on third and goal. Touchdown, Gators! And what a great response here in overtime.
Man, it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today, and hey, who knows, maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another